The morning was crisp, the kind of cold that makes you pull your coat tighter and hurry inside. Emma Hargrove, 33, briskly walked through the glass doors of Westwood Elementary School, her heels tapping against the tiled floor. She wasn't just any parent, she was the head of the PDA, known for her polished smile, perfect posture, and a reputation for being in control. Her 6-year-old son, Noah, trailed beside her, small, gentle, his golden hair peeking out from under a red knit scarf. That scarf, it had been his father's last gift before the accident. Emma never liked talking about her late husband, Daniel. He'd been a firefighter, a local hero. But one winter night, while saving a family from a burning home, he never made it out. And since that night, Emma had built a fortress around her heart, no tears, no weakness, no strangers crossing her line. That morning, as she walked Noah to class, she noticed the janitor again, Mr. Cole. Tall, gray-bearded, with tired eyes and a limp. He was always sweeping, mopping, fixing broken things, always quiet. But Emma didn't trust him. There was something about the way he sometimes looked at Noah, not creepy, but almost sad. She didn't like it. Not one bit. When Noah's class began, Emma turned to leave. But as she reached the main hall, she froze. The red scarf, Noah's scarf, lay on the floor. And there was Mr. Cole, kneeling down, gently picking it up. Emma's chest tightened. She didn't think, she reacted. Her heels clacked against the tiles as she stormed toward him. "Excuse me," she snapped, her voice slicing through the quiet hallway. Mr. Cole straightened, startled, still holding the scarf carefully. "I was just... Don't touch my son's things," Emma shouted, snatching the scarf from his hands. A few teachers turned their heads. The air went heavy. Noah's scarf, her husband's last memory, in the hands of a janitor she barely knew? No. That wasn't okay. The old man's hands trembled slightly. His eyes softened, and then, he whispered. "He reminds me of Daddy." Emma blinked, confused. What did you just say?" But Mr. Cole didn't answer. He just turned away, slowly pushing his cleaning cart down the hall, disappearing around the corner. That night, Emma couldn't sleep. His words echoed in her mind like a haunting refrain. "He reminds me of Daddy." What did that mean? Was he some kind of weirdo? Or, was there something she didn't understand? She tried to brush it off, told herself she'd file a complaint to the principal. But every time she looked at Noah, she saw something in his eyes, the same gentle warmth, the same kindness his father had. And suddenly, Mr. Cole's whisper didn't feel creepy. It felt broken. The next day, Emma went to school early, before the bell. She spotted Mr. Cole in the cafeteria, wiping tables, his back hunched. She hesitated, then approached. "Mr. Cole," she said, her tone softer than before. He turned, surprised. "Mrs. Hargrove. I overreacted yesterday. I shouldn't have yelled." She paused. "It's just, that scarf belonged to my husband. He passed away." Mr. Cole nodded slowly. "I know." Emma frowned. "You know?" He sighed, looking down. "I knew Daniel." The air left her lungs. "What?" He leaned on his mop handle. "We served together. In the fire department. Years ago, before things went wrong." Emma stared at him. "You're saying, you worked with my husband?" He nodded. "He saved my life once. Pulled me out of a collapsing house. After that day, I promised I'd find a way to thank him. But then, the fire that took him." His voice cracked. "I was supposed to be there. But I'd been suspended. My mistake cost him his life." Emma's eyes widened, her throat tight. "What do you mean, your mistake?" He swallowed hard. I missed a call. My drinking, I wasn't clean that day. Daniel went in alone. He shouldn't have. He always covered for me, always believed I could change. For a long moment, neither spoke. The sound of a dripping faucet echoed in the empty cafeteria. Mr. Cole's eyes shimmered. I quit the force after that. Lost my family. Lost everything. Been trying to do right ever since. When I saw Noah, he smiled like Daniel used to. Same eyes. Same little grin. Emma's hand trembled on the table. You've been here all this time? Working, as a janitor? He nodded. It's the only job I could keep. Keeps me close to something good. Tears welled in Emma's eyes, tears she hadn't allowed herself in years. I hated you, she whispered. I thought you were just some strange man near my son. He nodded again. You had every right to. Emma sat down, her voice breaking. Daniel always said everyone deserves a second chance. Even the broken ones. Mr. Cole smiled weakly. He used to say that to me too. For the first time, Emma saw him, really saw him, not as a janitor, not as a stranger, but as a man carrying a lifetime of regret. That afternoon, when school ended, Noah ran out of class, scarf fluttering behind him, and waved at Mr. Cole. Hi, Mr. C. The old man smiled and waved back, eyes glistening. Emma watched from the doorway, her heart softening in a way it hadn't since Daniel's funeral. Maybe, this was no coincidence. Maybe this meeting was meant to happen. But just when Emma thought she understood everything. A week later, a letter arrived in her mailbox. It was an envelope with no return address, only her name, typed neatly. Inside, a single piece of paper. It read. Ask Cole about the fire. About what he found inside that house. Her fingers went cold. Because the handwriting at the bottom was Daniel's. Music rises, suspense tone builds. Emma stared at the note, trembling. Her husband's handwriting. Her dead husband.